In the contemporary discourse on eschatological signs, a particularly overlooked prophecy is unfolding around us, which aligns with the biblical end times. The portrayal of the four horsemen in Revelation 6 is increasingly evident in recent global events. By examining the developments over the past 5 years, one can discern the subtle emergence of these prophetic figures. The book of Revelation offers a unique glimpse into future events, and stands as one of the most analyzed texts in religious studies. Amidst its complex prophecies, a significant yet commonly ignored sign is emerging, bringing us closer to the scenarios depicted in this apocalyptic scripture. Today I wish to draw attention to a prophecy often dismissed or overlooked. The economic turmoil symbolized by the black horse, which represents famine and financial hardship. This horse, as described, carries scales, illustrating an era marked by scarcity and economic imbalance, where basic necessities become extravagantly expensive, while luxury goods remain accessible to the affluent. The narrative of Revelation invites us to understand and prepare for these times. As the black horse's presence becomes more pronounced, its implications, such as inflation, are felt worldwide, impacting the cost of living dramatically. Prices for basic commodities have surged to levels approximately 12 times their usual, making everyday essentials nearly unaffordable for the average person. Despite these challenges, it is crucial to recognize the enduring presence and sovereignty of God. The Almighty, revered as the protector and provider in the Abrahamic traditions, remains vigilant over His creation. He offers solace and sustenance, ensuring that we are never alone, even in the most dire circumstances. This divine oversight is a beacon of hope and resilience, encouraging us to face these trials with faith and confidence. As we navigate these prophetic times, let us hold steadfast to the assurances found in scriptures such as Matthew 10:29, 31, and Psalm 23, which affirm God's meticulous care for us. It is with this divine assurance that we confront the unfolding of these last days, not with fear, but with a fortified spirit, knowing that our path is overseen by a higher power. As we delve deeper into the allegories of Revelation, the opening of the third seal is particularly poignant. This event signals the arrival of the black horse, which starkly symbolizes famine and profound economic distress. The rider of this horse holds scales, a symbol of the delicate balance of scarcity and need that will characterize this period. This imagery isn't merely symbolic, but reflects a tangible increase in the cost of living, a phenomenon commonly understood as inflation. Inflation, by definition, is the erosion of the purchasing power of currency over time, characterized by the rise in prices of goods and services. The specific prophecy in Revelation speaks of a time when basic sustenance like wheat and barley will cost a day's wage, a clear depiction of hyperinflation. This scenario paints a bleak picture of economic hardship where basic needs are barely met, while less essential goods remain within the grasp of those still wealthy. Currently, economic indicators such as the Consumer Price Index, CPI, highlight ongoing inflationary trends. Though the rate of inflation has seen fluctuations, the general trend indicates a persistent rise in prices, contradicting the common misconception that decreasing inflation rates imply dropping prices. Instead, it means that prices continue to climb, albeit at a slower pace. This economic reality aligns with the forewarnings of Revelation. The prophetic insights into these economic woes are not just ancient texts, but resonate deeply with current global financial trends. The arrival of the black horse is a metaphor for the ongoing economic struggles that are no longer distant forecasts, but immediate realities. Yet amidst these daunting challenges, there is a message of hope and reassurance. The scriptures remind us that the sovereignty of God transcends all earthly troubles. As believers, we are urged not to dwell in fear or anxiety about economic uncertainties. The biblical texts encourage a perspective of faith and trust, emphasizing that God's providence remains steadfast even in tumultuous times. The psalmist's transition from speaking about God to speaking directly to God in Psalm 23 exemplifies this deep personal reliance on divine guidance. It is in the darkest valleys that this faith becomes most visible and vital. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. This profound relationship with the divine provides not just comfort, but a radical reassurance that we are watched over and cared for more meticulously than we can comprehend. This care extends beyond our immediate fears, offering a spiritual sustenance that outlasts earthly trials. In our contemplation of these prophetic times, it's essential to recall the dynamic and comforting promise offered in Matthew 10:29-31. Here we are reassured that not a single sparrow falls to the ground without the Father's knowledge, and that each of us is valued far beyond these small birds. This passage not only emphasizes God's omnipresence, but also His intimate involvement in our lives, ensuring that even in economic hardships, we are never abandoned. The narrative of the third seal and the black horse serves as a stark reminder of the trials that may come, yet it also calls us to a state of preparedness and vigilance. The depiction of famine and economic scarcity is not meant to instill fear, but to prepare us for the spiritual and practical realities of living through such times. It invites believers to adopt a mindset of conservation and wise stewardship of resources, reflecting on the true value of spiritual over material wealth. Moreover, the persistent rise of inflation and its impact on daily living can seem daunting, but these should not lead us to despair. Rather, they highlight the importance of community and shared support. In times of need, the collective effort of a community can alleviate the burdens of its members, embodying the scriptural call to bear one another's burdens. As we witness the unfolding of these events, prophesied so long ago yet manifesting in our current era, it's critical to maintain a perspective of hope and empowerment. The scriptures not only foretell challenges but also provide the means to overcome them through faith, prayer, and communal support. This holistic approach ensures that while we may acknowledge the reality of these prophecies, we also embrace the spiritual tools provided to navigate them. Concluding our reflections on the third seal, it's evident that the teachings of Revelation are not just forewarnings, but also instructions for living with resilience and faith in trying times. The book of Psalms, particularly Psalm 23, serves as a profound source of comfort and guidance, illustrating a journey from fear to faith, from turmoil to peace. As David shifts from describing God to speaking directly to Him, we too are invited to transform our relationship with God from one of distant reverence to personal reliance. In this journey through the valley of economic shadows, let us cling to the assurance that God walks beside us, guiding and comforting us. Let our faith be as visible as the staff that guides and the rod that protects, as we navigate through these challenging times with God's wisdom and grace.